Hello and welcome to a special Raidercast recap of First Time Tomb Raider 3 with Alfredo.
Hello and welcome.
And without further ado, I would like to say congratulations. We have tea.
Yes, I finally got my tea. Better late than never.
Anyway, congratulations on doing one of the most challenging games in the series.
Not the most challenging?
Well, we'll see how you get on in future.
Well, thank you. And thank you all for watching, and thank you all for supporting.
Yeah, there was literally at least a couple of thousand people watched every single episode.
Oh, thank you.
Did.
Thank you so much.
They watched your highs. They watched your lows.
Fuck.
You could have just kept it at highs. It doesn't have to always rub salt in the wounds.
But most importantly, they watched you finish the game.
Yes.
And we have gathered...
with zero bullets, zero Desert Eagle bullets to spare.
Anyway.
I know something that had concerned many of you.
We've gathered lots and lots of your questions, and today we are going to answer them.
Yes, let's
go.
Let's go.
To begin,
Yes.
what were your best and worst moments in Tomb Raider 3, and which level was your 40 fathoms?
Ooh, good question. Okay.
I think I know which was your 40 fathoms, at least. From editing, I know which I felt like for me.
I think I struggle a lot on the Temple of Puna.
Temple of Puna was a challenge. I remember that.
It was a challenge.
The rolling blades was particularly...
The rolling blades, the running away from the boulder, and the one with the corner.
Oh fuck.
I think the obvious would be to say that the three doors in Aldwych were the 40 fathoms, but
They were.
I do enjoy Aldwych, so...
Yeah, you do like Aldwych.
Yeah.
We will delve more into your feelings on Aldwych a little bit later on.
So, I think Aldwych came to me very easily, even though the three doors I mess up constantly. I was
You kept running into the wall.
running into the wall in the last turn.
Mm-hmm.
I kept making a lot of mistakes. But that was quite good. I feel that in terms of frustration, probably is gonna be the final battle.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
I feel that was.
I cut out actually a lot of the deaths. And
Well,
it still lasted for about half an hour.
Yes, well, it was very difficult. I'm sure that we're going to discuss more. I think it was the level of frustration is the fact that as it is often for me in frustration in Tomb Raider is when there is only one specific way to do this,
The way that you have to do it.
the way that you have to do it. That developers you have options, and this is not something. This is something that was so common back in the day. Is not common anymore. No. There is. I feel that it's just normal in games that you are. You envision a certain way that things are done, and despite having possibility in terms of weapons, for example, or in terms of skill sets, you need to be a certain way in a certain... and so that was my problem with 40 Fathoms, is the fact that you needed to do the jumps, etc.
Yes.
We're not gonna reopen that chapter.
We're not gonna.
But yes, that's I think Aldwych and Dr. Willard.
They were your 40 fathoms, but what was your best moment?
Oh no, Old Witch. No, Old Witch. I feel that was my best moment.
Oh, fair enough. You did very well on that, despite having to redo the whole level.
Yeah, I feel that.
Well done.
Yeah, you did not see the original, but the original I felt that was the moment I became the Tomb Raider.
That was right?
Quite possibly. Quite possibly. Let me just...
It's just that I did spend the first 15 minutes just exploring so much that when things start falling into places in both the game and in my head, I moved through the game extremely quickly.
You knew where you had to go. You were really good at memorizing.
Yeah, and even the drill bit, I managed to do that.
Second go.
Yeah, and I did everything just clicked in that game. So I will say Old Witch.
Next question. What do you think was the biggest difference between your preconceived perception of the game before you played and the reality of actually experiencing it firsthand?
So, I'm gonna be controversial. I think I was expecting a lot more story. You see, because...
Weren't we all?
Yeah, but the first game, the story is very straightforward. And in some way, you could say, like, why is Lara getting paid? She doesn't need to get paid by this woman who's clearly a villain.
She turns down her money.
Just for fun.
She only plays for sport.
Okay, but still, it's just like there could have been a little bit of build up, but you need something to kick off things. And it was the first game. The second one, I think it was a very good game. Like, she's caught in the story.
Pardon me, if that was just your way of trying the doors for me.
In this one, we go back to the same sort of story approach as the first one.
Yeah, I would say worse because the story is so thin.
The story is so thin, and I feel there was so much potential to literally you just need to pepper in a few more things, and you didn't even need voice acted. You literally could have had screen with text.
Yeah, even pick up documents.
Pick up
Things
documents
that, like, it's
or
common in a game today, isn't it? You find
but
extra
even
bits of
like
story.
even at the start of chapters of levels that you had a little text that say, thank you, Lara, for getting. You've seen my message about going to London for this reason.
This actually ties in very nicely with the next question, which is, what would you change in a potential remake, and what story elements would you flesh out?
I think that the story, as it is, has so much potential. I don't think that it is a bad story. I would flesh out.
It's just more of a framework.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's literally a framework. I would flesh out Wheeler's motivation. I feel that I think it's very interesting, even if you want to go for the standard mad scientist. As a scientist, I'm just like, I respect that. Being to a PhD, I know that makes you absolutely insane. Some of the basic experiment. It's like we can have what are they called when you have your regular enemies and then you have the
Bosses?
Not the bosses, but it's Spider-Man. You have the regular dudes and then you have the hench ones.
Like the henchmen, the more just the next level.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. Oh fuck.
But yes, having like some of that those, because Wheeler started doing some experiment and you have somebody that become more muscular, and then I don't know, you start seeing that this become more muscular, and I don't know, they start attacking their own something start breaking apart, and not just Willard, because these artifacts are spread around the world. So I feel that you can have Area 51. Oh god, literally the American doing experiments. If you want to fix the not so veiled racism of South Pacific, you can have maybe there could be like a white colonial warlord making experiment on the local. That would work very well. And then you have
Even just the power of the artifact driving them mad and trying to kill people.
But this thing, I feel that it's a lot more interesting if Willard and Sophia Lee and the mini bosses, because I think you should have mini boss. If you have Sophia Lee, should have mini bosses in the other. Well, you have.
You do, kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, you have Mad Tony in India, who's at the end, who's stolen the artifact. Then you have Sophia Lee in London. In Nevada, you don't.
No, Nevada you don't.
That's the only one you don't.
It's a lot more interesting having. The artifacts make them insane. It's not as interesting as their own crave for power is.
I mean, that would drive them to the artifacts in the first place.
Yes, but then it's
always explained.
Yeah, but also it's always just like, Lara wants to stop them because they're going insane. No, needs to stop them because their crave for power doesn't stop, and now they have insane power. And this thing, I think those are the kind of
I think the main
areas that I would flesh out.
I think the main things that I would flesh out would be the introductions to each area. So, what initially sent her to India?
Yeah.
What initially sent her? Why she knows from Willard on the boat saying, "Oh, there are artifacts in these 4 places." But at the start of each level, something that's like, we know that Sophia Lee is exhibiting symptoms of having something along those powers, or we're getting readings from this area of London, but it's top secret. You can't just walk in through the door. You're going to have to find an alternative way in.
This is something,
you know.
Why are we starting on the rooftop of London, for example? Although I disagree about India. I think India, you can totally throw her in medias res, because she's adventuring and she stumbled upon a mystery, which I feel that is the thing that work the best in giving her motivation in Tomb Raider 2. Because she was just there, and this thing, she's an adventurer, so she's having adventure, and you can then picture and fit all the fan fiction and fun projects you want in between the games.
Fair. Next question: rank the outfits.
Ooh, so we had
the classic one from India.
Classic.
In Nevada, you had the bluey black
the sort
tank
of
top with the blue camo.
Yeah, blue camo.
In London, you had the catsuit.
Catsuit,
short-sleeved, looking really cool. In Antarctica, you have the orange bomber jacket with the black and grey or white and grey camo, but also the brown camo pants and the brown crop top in the manor as well.
I think it's gonna be between Nevada and London.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I think Nevada looks awesome. I'd love to get some of those trousers for the gym. Bit of subtle cosplay in the gym.
Subtle cosplay in the gym, okay.
Next one, what were your top 3 weapons from Tomb Raider 3?
Desert Eagle.
Yeah, hand cannon.
Cool.
Yes, the hands down. Didn't use much the.
You didn't use the shotgun much this time, which was very surprising.
But it's also there were very few bullets. And
I think had we found more of the secrets, we would have got more ammo.
Fair enough. And also, somebody hadn't told me the shotgun was right there at the beginning.
So you're gonna tell me that there is a shotgun around here?
No.
Okay. Have you forgotten that there was a shotgun in the temple?
No.
What horrible thing have you done to me?
The very beginning of the jungle and that big slope.
Yeah.
I think the shotgun was right there.
Divorce. Absolute divorce.
Then, but obviously love the Uzis. Those are my favorite. One of the long one. The
MP5?
MP5.
Yeah, the machine gun.
Yeah, that was good.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
I don't think you used the grenade launcher.
I think I
If
used
at
it a
all.
few times. I know I didn't kill one of the fire guy,
Oh, maybe.
the flamethrower guys, which I never heard the end of it from you guys. I didn't know. Like
No.
I see somebody
No,
flamethrower.
I think it's just the first ones. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. Anyway, now that you have done the first trilogy of Tomb Raider, what has been your favourite level of the first 3 games?
Okay,
First,
let's go for San Francisco Folly.
Oh, move. You're gonna get RSI, just hold the button down. It's gonna kill you.
Oh! I blame you for that.
Mm-hmm. Is that your favourite?
Wait.
Okay.
I'm not gonna just give you
I don't know.
the answer. So we have San Francisco Folly is probably my favorite from
One.
one. Close, I would say Palace. Oh no,
That's Midas is
no,
one as
the
well.
city of Khatum, the
Kamoon.
Kamoon. Sorry,
Oh, really?
I didn't really enjoy it. There was,
Okay.
but I think San Francisco Folly. So in
And the second one.
the second one, obviously there's 40 fathoms. Imagine, absolutely fucking not. Although the Andrea Doria, I did enjoy it.
Maria
Maria Doria, sorry,
That's the real one.
that's the real one. The Maria Doria, I really enjoyed it, but that could have been just because as a immediate comparison against. There was the catacomb.
Catacombs of the Talion was, I think, the first time you see the Yetis.
Yes.
That was a good level.
Yeah. Yeah, with all the snow and
Yeah.
moving stuff about and making things fall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like that one?
Ah.
Okay. And then from 3?
From 3, it's extremely controversial. It's Old Witch.
There was a dude here. Oh, there were 2. Oh, fuck. I knew there was a train.
It's phenomenally puzzly.
Yeah.
And you see, I don't know why, because I would say least favorite is probably Crash Site. There's a similar mechanic of having a lot of puzzle and things that needs to happen, etc. So the thing, but I also love the Gorge.
Malibu. Yeah, you did like Malibu.
Yeah, and it is still, I don't know, I felt that
You didn't fight with the kayak like most people did.
and I feel that probably my enjoyment is because the complexity of the puzzle did not require understanding what I was doing there in Old Witch and in the. I did struggle a little bit in the Gorge to work out that I need to look up, but once you told me start looking up, I was like, okay, now it's clear that
Things
it's
on the ceiling.
truly 3-dimensional. And I did not struggle at all in London. I think I got into to that point. While Crash Site, it was just like there's no story. I don't understand why I need to go in all these different sites.
Fair. Yeah.
It wasn't clear, and I feel that if the end of your level is just gonna, I'm just shooting hordes of Velociraptor, Deinonychus actually, coming at you, and then I need to jump, it's not clear, I need to get there.
Yeah.
While the Gorge is just like, I know where I need to go, I need to do stuff. In Old Witch, it's like there are multiple ways that I might need to go,
Yeah.
And so I need to find ways. So it's just like if you want to create a great puzzle that engages me, I think you need to show this is the beginning and this is the end. Good luck.
Fair enough.
We haven't a pick between the first three.
Which one?
I think Old Witch.
Oh.
I'm gonna be extremely controversial.
Nice,
Old
okay.
Witch,
Well
Old
done.
Witch.
That's great. Are you ready?
Absolutely no.
Are you ready?
Gang, I have a bad feeling about this, so join me on this.
No, come on, Faith, you can do it. First time. You've done it before, you can do it again. Let's go.
This would be lovely and a supportive husband if you weren't giggling throughout the. Ooh, you can do it again. You can do it the first time again.
Come on. Next, do you prefer the nature or tombs levels or the industrial levels?
Nature or industrial level? I think, you see, if you ask me after Tomb Raider 2, nature all the way. For putting aside my anger towards 40 Fathoms, I don't feel that there is anything interesting in the industrial level up to that point. There was a bit of you need to find the right key card, which works. But there was also a lot of I press the switch here and opens the door in a completely different area. And this is if you're in a tomb that is designed to trap people, full of danger and risks, yes, I am completely in with you. And also a lot of the stuff of the Maria Doria, there is so much that is just it's a capsize.
Yeah, okay.
But a lot of the oil rig is just none of this makes sense. I'm just trying to get to the end of this level the best I can. While I found that not to be the case so much, there was a lot of ridiculousness, but not so much in 3. Even if there was some story in 3, maybe we found out that the little thing in the little house in just outside Area 51 might be a control station for the water pump, and so you open the water. You could make all of that make sense, and you have to turn off the electricity. There is so much that
I do kind of feel like these are the sorts of things that they would have done had they had more time.
Yeah. And but also why there is the release button in her cell. So the Area 51 maybe is not a great example of this. In fact, it's not among my favorite level. But Old Witch makes sense because yes, here there is a secret. There is a secret society underneath Old Witch. They use it for its meeting. Is also a functioning train station of sorts. And there are this other group that is squatting and making a base for themselves there. So there are people, there are different interests, and the rest of Elod's Gate, complexity and the weird water levels, right, just sort of makes you believe that you're moving. It makes it a little bit more believable. A lot of the things is not just about the secret switch. There is a little bit more. So I feel that still prefer tomb levels, but I feel that with Old Witch and Lord's Gate, they are improving.
They do modern ones the right way.
Yeah.
So the next question, I kind of feel like you've already answered it, but if you had to refilm any of the levels, which would you least want to redo?
List. Actually, you know what? No to Ganges.
Okay, the quad bike.
Yeah, I enjoyed the quad
Fair.
bike, but it was just a lot of. I know there were multiple ways to get there, but once again, it was just What am I trying to do? Where am I trying to go?
Yeah. Oh.
That.
And also, getting into the water is fine, and then I die.
And then Piranha. Next is a question for Chris. Did my opinion of any of the levels change drastically after watching Alfredo play them? Yes. I was really dreading Aldwych and Ludsgate. But I think
I made it look easy.
You did make it look really easy, and well, you did, because now when it comes to facing those in the remasters, I'm really looking forward to those now because I know how much you enjoyed them. I'm like, oh wow, maybe I could like get like that as well about them.
This was really good fun.
You did Ludsgate.
I did
I'm
Ludsgate.
so proud of you. I'm so proud. Well done.
Thank you.
They weren't anywhere near as bad as I remember
Yeah,
them. So
and I'll sit next to you and give you pointers and
tell me how to do it properly.
tell you where to find the Uzis.
Yes, you can. So, what feature and moveset have you found most useful and creative for level design in Tomb Raider 3 that you couldn't do in Tomb Raider 1? For example, monkey bars.
I think the monkey bars, again, the gorge, it did not come immediate to me that that was how you did most of the level, but that was incredibly creative because you're pretty much going through, you are truly in a 3D space. You're using the water, you're using, you're jumping around, you're climbing things. There are interesting level of danger, and there is stuff that makes it that is the one that also at a certain point that's fire, and I died. That was so funny because I could totally see all the danger, and I managed to die in a completely different way. Amazing.
And crashed the game, if I remember correctly.
No. Fuck. Oh. Oh, fuck.
Huh? What the fuck? What have been your favourite and least favourite vehicle?
Okay, let's go through the vehicles. Quad bike,
Yes, we had-
boats in Antarctica.
Yeah.
You had
The underwater yellow
Yeah.
UPU, I think it's called, in London. And there was another quad in Nevada.
yeah, but it's just quads.
I mean,
So this
I'm just going through them.
3. I think the submersible favorite.
Okay.
And I feel that
You had fun with that.
I had fun with that.
Just don't crash.
Oh, great advice.
You're welcome.
There were frustrating bits of trying when we're doing the color rooms, etc. That was a bit frustrating, but it was mostly again unclear what the game is asking you to do. But I did enjoy it. I think it was a very clear vehicle. Quad was very fun, so I would like to put the least favorite as the boat.
Wow. See, there was also the kayak, of course.
Oh, the kayak. Oh, I love the kayak. No, sorry. Kayak first.
Kayak first? Are you mad?
Yeah, no, I love the kayakers. Yeah, we forgot the kayak.
It's probably this level that made me very reluctant to try kayaking in real life for the first time.
You would drown so quickly. You need an open canoe and a life jacket.
Yes.
Okay,
They should have a
wow.
bike, like a motorbike at some point. Did they have a motorbike? I feel that... Okay, no spoilers. Go on.
Next question.
Yes.
Did you like Sophia Lee, and what would you have done differently with her?
Give her a story. So
she did have a little bit of backstory, so she
yeah,
had like
but she should...
the whole
we
immortality
should,
thing.
Yeah, we should believe... I wanted going in thinking, oh, this is another Natla. I wanted that people, when they played this 25 years ago, they were just like, oh, I'm getting another Natla, and then be blindsided by Dr. Willard. What we needed is, so I would reapproach it like this. Dr. Willard, as I said, experimenting. That's what happens in India. Experimenting, but one of his colleagues or worksmen goes power hungry. The crystal does something. Maybe each could have a slightly different power.
Okay.
Oh, actually, the different powers could be very interesting to give different enemies. So that one I know. That is maybe super strength or something. Then Lara saves the situation. She grabs the artifact. She's unaffected, not because she has anything magical, but because she doesn't care. She's just there for play. She's not interested in power, because otherwise, I don't know. She's an aristocrat. She could be in the House of Parliament, in the House of Lords, voting for stuff or something. Instead, she's going around the world, being in a way less sociopathic than the people in the House of Lords. And what we keep, I think, then we have the option South Pacific or Area 51, or not going to London. You cannot go to London directly, and there are this. You keep meeting this henchman from Sophia Lee that wants the other artifacts for all various reason, and that will warns you about her. She's the one that she's financing things, and originally you can say maybe finance Dr. Willard expedition, but Dr. Willard doesn't want to do this for her anymore. But because Lara doesn't care about the artifacts, or we don't trust her to keep the artifacts and collect the artifacts. So you finally get to London after you collected the other three, and you are there confronting Sophia Lee. And city needs to be fleshed out because you need to have a villain monologue, and especially like the time you didn't know that this was going to be Antarctica. You had mentioned Antarctica, but it doesn't matter. It could finish in London, and you have a proper villain showdown, and
it feels like the end.
Yeah, it feels like that. Maybe she still she has the artifact. You shoot her and you drop stuff, and then you don't realize that her artifacts is the one that makes you immortal. So she revive again, and then she gets your artifact. She started shooting stuff at you. She doesn't get all Dr. Wheeler like, as we will see later, but she has powers and throws stuff at you and create something that it's complicated. So you're there thinking, this is the boss fight. This is, I need to use things. This is my final showdown. And then you kill her. And maybe there's like, oh, we need to get to the chopper. Maybe might also feel that this is if you already tease in the trailers that there's going to be Antarctica, like, oh, I need to get to the chopper, I need to go back. You can tease it like that she's trying to escape.
She's trying to return.
Yeah, or return, or take all the artifacts there to get more power, and you kill her, and suddenly like, oh, this is done, and like. I must
Willard
return.
would have come out of nowhere in that sense, wouldn't
Yes.
he? Yeah.
And then you get there, and there's still hench people. But I feel that also Antarctica needs to be done very differently in that sense, because you need to have Dr. Willard at the very beginning. It's still stuff, and then you need to fight your way through the henchmen. And at first it's just henchmen that are super strong, and then you start seeing henchmen that are completely mutated, and other henchmen that start fighting. It just becomes a lot more complicated. Start realizing just how bad it's going to be.
The next question kind of did tie into that. It was more along the lines of a comparison between Natla and Willard. But
Natla has a plan.
I was going to say, which is more interesting to you?
In what sense?
So both of them wanted to speed up evolution, but Natla wanted to make humans stronger and more advanced, but Willard wanted to just watch and see what happens.
I feel it's a lot more interesting if... so Willard knows that you can give... Like, I would give the different artifacts different powers, because it's a lot more... interesting
that way, yeah.
So, like, you can make them stronger. but over a certain point, then you have the abominations. Willard, and it would be a lot more interesting to start seeing that Willard doesn't care about his minions because what he cares about is I want to become the perfect specimen. And
that would, and I agree, but the question is asking what you find more interesting from
then
what we got.
Natla all the way. Natla is a very good villain. She has a clear plan. She knows what she wants. She knows what she needs.
She's gonna get it.
Yeah, Willard stumble upon Lara while Natla hires her. Natla is a very good villain, and even in the sense of her master plan, compared to Willard's so better plan and thought, and you have to give it to her.
Yeah, I guess so.
She came, she slayed, and then she died at the hands of Lara.
The next question is, how do you feel about Lara's character after playing the game? Do you feel like it changed in any way from previous games?
No. You see, again, if it were more story, maybe. But I felt that there was definitely an improvement, or not an improvement per se, but there was a character arc of changes going from 1 to 2. In 3...
What were the changes between 1 and 2?
I feel that the motivation for 1 was just this woman double-crossed me. Nobody double-crossed me. I'm going to shoot her in the face with a shotgun.
Okay. And then 2 is
in 2, instead of oh no, I am in the situation, and then the old monk asked her to keep the
Seraph.
The Seraph. I was saying Siren. I was like, no, the Siren is the first one.
one.
The Seraph safe. I enjoyed a lot of her brushness of happy retirement. But again, is why is she doing these things? We do not know. Because there's no story.
When the games came out, her backstory and stuff was mostly fleshed out in terms of in the game manuals.
Yes.
So the sorts of things that they would say would be like her upbringing and how she was supposed to be... She was in an arranged marriage, and then she had a plane crash, and she survived in the wilderness by herself, and she realised that the upper class life wasn't for her, and because she didn't want to get married anymore, her parents disinherited her, and she was like, right, well, I am going to travel, and I'm going to write books about my adventures to fund my travels. Lara Croft now is known as being this world-famous archaeologist, but she was never written as such. She was effectively written as a glorified travel writer, which I think is wonderful, and I wish they would lean heavily into that, because that is so fun. But archaeology within the series is tenuous at best, as we've had in previous Raidercast episodes. She is not the best archaeologist.
No.
Which is just more entertaining for us. I'm not disputing that, but...
Or a conservationist, given... she's
terrible conservationist.
A one-woman extinction event.
Yeah. We are moving on to the final few questions. Okay. Rank Tomb Raiders 1, 2, and 3.
Ooh.
Do it.
2, 3, 1.
Oh, that was fast.
Yes.
Okay. Sure.
Yes, it's...
there you go.
But the thing, it's completely subjective. I feel that for as much as there are many criticism of 3, it is not a bad game, and it's not an inferior game. It would be very difficult to... I'd say that it's incredible that it's been able to improve so much gameplay ideas. Literally, my only criticism is if they put more stories, this game would have been leaps and bounds ahead of Tomb Raider 2.
Next question. Will you play the remasters, and if so, what places within the games are you looking forward to seeing the most?
I think I will play the remasters. The only thing that I am
Privately or on
I'm
camera?
sure. Well, if we can manage to make it work on camera,
No, we're not doing that.
we're not doing
not
that.
doing
But no,
We're not
I
going
will.
through the first 3 games again.
We've done that already. No, definitely play just time because as you know, I am writing the book.
You are writing a book.
I'm writing the book, still crowdfunding for the book. So there's going to be a link. There's going to be that. I need to finish Alan Wake. There is Final Fantasy VII coming out also at the end of the month. It's going to be a busy month for games.
busy. I'm so excited.
So I think, and also I was thinking today, we haven't got Mirage yet.
We haven't got Mirage.
Yeah, so there is stuff to buy, a lot of things to play,
Yeah.
and I don't think at the moment I have enough to play everything. But hey,
But which
Yes,
area
so-
are you most looking forward to seeing in the game?
I think it's going to be in the natural areas. I feel that it's very easy to make the urban industrial things look better.
Yeah.
Simply,
Brighter.
Brighter. I look forward to replay Old Witch, obviously. But I think South Pacific
I think South Pacific is going to look
It's gonna-
very nice.
is going to be very nice. And the Gorge,
Yeah.
yes.
Exciting. Now then, what would you pick as a destination for a future game? What highlights of the region would you like to be incorporated into the level building and gameplay?
If we were going for industrial, actually no, you know what? I'm gonna give you the answer that is both industrial and
Okay,
tombs.
go for it.
Washington DC.
Okay, why?
You have a lot of famous buildings that are moderately close to each other that you can, on a very simple map, connect. You have a lot of real history and conspiracy on Freemasons and connection and secret societies. And you have a lot of tombs of presidents. So you have
I like that.
security. Like imagine that Lara needs to start by breaking
Stealing the Declaration of
the-
Independence.
You could start by stealing the Declaration of Independence, but
Guest starring Nick Cage.
imagine like having you have so many things you can connect, and maybe one of the things is breaking into the White House. You need to break into the White House, and you love your stealth. So maybe there is a little bit of stealth when it comes to that. If we wanted to do some civilization that has not been done, I don't think it's Lara's ever been to. Unless it's gonna be in the future games, been to Rome. No comments?
No comments.
Oh God, Pompeii, and there is a risk. There is like a volcano underneath. Oh God, Pompeii is the answer. Sorry.
Okay. I think if it were directed at me, that question, my number one industrial place that I want her to go to is the Vatican Archives. She needs to break into the Vatican
That
Archives.
is not modern. It's
Up on the...
yes.
Okay, from going from a city environment to this ancient place
Okay.
beneath, but to stealth away through the ancient place to find all these incredible things that have been
Yes.
stolen and hidden from the
Okay,
world.
she needs to go to Rome.
God,
She
yes.
can also do the catacombs.
Yeah. Alfredo, do you think being able to share the love for something Chris and now you enjoys has brought you two closer together as a couple?
I feel that my lack of tea and lack of suggestion where the bloody shotgun is, it's bringing us closer and closer to divorce. No, I think probably yes, but I feel that I think we're very respectful of each other's interests, and we're trying to engage the other on our interests. There are a few actually, there are a few TV shows that I watch and Chris doesn't. A few video games that he plays that I don't. But we tend to be around each other, maybe in the same room, and
So we're always aware of...
yeah, and we tell each other, like, especially when we don't have people that watch those TV series in our circle of friends who play those video games, or when we are reading, we have a good overlap in our interest in books, but not completely. I read a lot more classic, a lot more sci-fi. Chris reads a lot more mysteries and crime novels. So sometimes you just want somebody like, okay, just listen for 10 minutes as I rant about this. Or like, are you fictional friends having a bad time? And yes, if you have read The Wheel of Time. Yes, so I feel that doing this together has been absolutely fun. It's good to have a dedicated time. It's like planning we do a monthly date, and then instead let's do a weekly date in which we're playing Tomb Raider, and I get frustrated, you get frustrated, and
Then I bring you tea. Sometimes. Now then, question many people have been asking, will you play Tomb Raider 4?
Well, I cannot stop at 3, can I?
No, not when there's 12.
Not when...
So you're going to play Tomb Raider 4?
I'm going to play Tomb Raider 4. I feel that we're going to play...
How far are you going to take this?
Okay. You have it now. You can keep asking next year, but the answer I don't think is going to change. Given that I started playing with Tomb Raider...
the reboot.
10
years ago.
10 years ago. I think I will have to play until the reboot. I will play a little bit of the reboot for your joy, just to get back to Shantytown, which I will do once again with my method, and you can all witness. And this is like, if you like to do stealth,
it's not really stealth, it's just ducking and covering.
But if you can just shoot people in the face, maybe we're not even gonna play all of.
You're just gonna get up to Shantytown and do that, and then be like, mic drop.
Oh, I was actually saying, maybe we just play Shantytown on camera and just like
I guess
end the series.
You should, yeah. What if you can't do it again? Goodness. Wouldn't that be a twist in the tale?
Oh my! Literally, if I can't do it again, I would. That's when we divorce, because I would never
hear the end of it.
So let's hope that we did. Anyway,
yes,
this is our plan. We're gonna come back next year with Tomb Raider 4.
We are.
And
before beginning Tomb Raider 4, do you know anything about Tomb Raider 4?
Absolutely nothing, because everything. So
absolutely nothing at all.
Absolutely nothing at all.
He has no idea what this is. It's so exciting.
Exciting. Okay, there are a few things, but maybe that is 5. One that ends with a pyramid collapsing. I don't know if it's this one.
Okay.
I know that there is one, but if it's this one, that 5 could be the one that is young Lara and the flashbacks.
Interesting.
That I know because there was a whole Raidercast episode about that. Yes, I do listen. But then I now don't remember if Angel of Darkness number 6.
Yep.
So I know a lot more because
I got shut up.
Yeah, you won't shut up about Angel of Darkness. So okay, my guess is that. This is the one ends with the pyramid, and so that would be my guess. We shall find out.
But you don't know anything else really about plot?
No plot. But there is Van Croy.
Yes, you've yet to meet Von Croy.
Von Croy. So.
Yes. Ancient hocus pocus. Forget this nonsense and come over here.
So I think that's as much as I know. But yes.
Okay. Thank you again to everyone for joining us
thank you.
on this adventure, which has lasted us, I believe it was... So, today, for your very first time playing Tomb Raider 3, mid-July we started and we finished at the end of September, which was 2 days before we started to show everyone these episodes. That's when we've actually finished.
That was great. I can see why it is a fan favorite.
There was a lot of editing, and it was actually a light edit this year.
Yes, it was very light edit, with a lot of feedback from people saying that they wanted fewer edits just so that they could sort of follow the levels more. So in goodness me, we'll see how we do with Tomb Raider 4.
Yeah, thank you very much for the support and joining us, and we'll see you back in a few months, several months.
In several months, we will see you back for the 25th anniversary of Tomb Raider: The Last Revelation.
The Last Revelation.
Take care and keep raiding.
Keep raiding.